High for jammed up journals, JUJ, I'm on Judge You, so don't judge me.
Even though I done changed my life, criminal record's what they judging me by. That's why.
You know what we doing out here, bro. South by Southwest takeover, bro. Jammed up journals, you know who we at.
Hey man, same man as a kid that did South Walking right now, man. I'm rocking with jammed up journals, man. And we trying to teach for you that you can be the truth and not have to lose your years and cry the tears when catching these charges in these streets. You know what I'm talking about?
That's RJ 150, the biggest hoodie. I'm here with Jammed Up Journals doing it big, South by Southwest. It's Rich Soul, and we on Jammed Up Journals, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in.
Little J-Bo checking in, man. Shout out Jammed Up Journals, man.
It's your boy Terrell, aka Reggie Killer. You know what it is, I'm jammed up, you know? Jammed up journal, man. That's how we go.
Good time out here. Texas taking care of me, you know what I'm saying?
Stay out of trouble, no trouble, nobody.
Order.
Wreck out.
You're now tuning into the frequencies of Jammed Up Journals. And I'm Big Pride.
Who else?
Mr. Hoffa.
Come on.
And I'm here with my co-defendant,
Rock
the Block. What else?
The Black Viking, cause I eat thunder when I grab like this. Let's go!
Hey, listen, man. You know we popping up in your cities, man. We doing what it do.
We down here, South by Southwest, ATX holding us down. Right here with my mans, my brothers right here. They holding us down. They just showing us the city.
We got
keys.
Highway Rail.
Tell them.
We got Kevin the motherfucking Barber, the celebrity barber at that. Right?
Mr. Cut 'em what?
Chopping
boys.
So now dig, man. We start every interview giving an opportunity for people to what?
Rep their hood.
So start off repping your hood, man.
From Beaumont, Texas, Harry, Texas, to be exact. People
okay.
watch on mine.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? Down there in the swamps, the Galuda, sand pits. Y'all already know about that shit.
You hear him, right?
Yeah.
Throw me some gang.
Where you from, brother?
Originally from Houston,
H-Town.
Southwest.
I'm gonna come down.
A-Leaf, Texas.
Uh-huh.
Known as the SWAT.
No doubt. So now, y'all both from out of Austin, right?
Yes, sir.
But y'all in Austin. So talk to me about this transition to Austin from y'all original places.
All right, coming from down here, you know, where I was at, you know, they had like minimal opportunity. You know, it's a little impoverished down there.
Small city challenges.
Bam. So whenever we come down here, you know, you got vast opportunity, positive people. Hell, you got all kind of things that you can actually get into, you know. So,
Opportunities out here is knocking.
yeah, I call this place
Let a
18
nigga
Next.
in.
18 next.
18 Next. Yes. It's
I haven't heard that one. That's a good one. 18
That's
next.
a good one, yeah.
What brought you to Austin?
I just needed to change the scenery. Anybody who knows about Houston, it's big.
Yeah, it is,
It
right?
could either bring you up or pull you down. And I was just kind of at the stage of being down. So I just needed to change the scenery.
And that's the perfect thing for me to get into, right? Because this whole conversation with Jammed Up Journals is the transition, right? It's the turning point that we have in our lives that leads us to another place, which, God willing, it'll be somewhere better, right? So you saw yourself being in a mixture of something that you were like, man, I gotta make a choice right now, right?
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
what gave you the courage to make that change and just pick up and go? What was the mind frame?
Well, I felt like I was at rock bottom, and I just didn't want to be a negative influence or a negative picture to my younger brother and sister. So
How much younger are they?
we separated about 12 and 13 years.
Okay, so you're the oldest.
Yeah, so at the time they were
You got
teenagers.
set the example then.
Right, and I didn't want to be sleeping on my mom's couch next to the dog.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah,
the dead end
yeah.
job, didn't even have a car.
Now, were
So
you cutting hair back then?
Yeah, I've been cutting hair for over 30 years now. But I've been licensed since like 08, 09.
So, what is those steps that somebody who, you know, cuts hair and wants to take it to a professional point, at least let me not say professional, because professional is a mentality, but a licensed, you know, standpoint, how does somebody make that transition? What are the things that you got to do? Because there's a lot of kids out there that, you know, might be lost in situations, but know they have a talent and trying to take it to the next level. What could you say to people to make that transition into something legitimate?
The first thing they have to do is decide what they want to do. You know, make the decision to actually make a change. And the only way to change is to change.
Facts.
So change ain't change till you change. So I mean, you can't start doing something and then stop. So just whatever you decide to do, keep doing it. So to get licensed, the first step to take would be to go to school. But I mean, people just say go to school. That's something that's you have to commit to. It's a commitment. It's a whole process. You know, you've done it in some months. If you complete it,
you got to follow through.
It's a trade. It's one thing that this country gives you that you should take full advantage of is a trade, because a trade is something that's always going to be needed. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's still college.
Exactly.
You get somebody who goes and gets a college degree and then averages $40,000 a month after they just spent a couple $100,000 on tuition and everything else. Not to knock nobody that get a degree. Education is impertinent. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, if you have a trade, I would say follow up on that, because you could make your own business, set your own wages, make your own hours.
I heard way back in the days, high schools and all that used to have trades in school.
Yeah,
took that shit away from my community.
Not all, because I went to a trade school called North Hudson Schools of Technology.
But that was a vocational
He said
school. I'm talking about a regular school.
Yeah.
That used to be in curriculum, like jam, so you could go become carpenter and wood shop and all that. They took away those trades from my children in schools and shit like that. Now,
that's crazy.
My brother Howard, I want you to tell the people about that number on your back and how it changed your life.
Okay, so this number right here, man, it was 1257843.
He knows it.
He knows. I had to repeat that life. I had to repeat that number every day, every part of my life. And I sit back and I chilled one day in my cell, and I was wondering, like, damn, something got to change. From the way I'm living to my circumstances before I got here, previous, situations that I had going on and whatnot. So I started studying, picked up books, I learned how to read. I was 19 years old.
So you like reading?
Now I do.
Now
I do. Now I actually have, book clubs over there at my house, and we'll sit back and we'll just chill, chop it up, and dissect information. My grandpa sit back and he told me something. For everything that you know, you get a wrinkle in your brain. So don't have a smooth brain. So here it is, that right there. Grandpa was a powerful impact on me. So he ended up putting that influence up out there. And then, sitting down and having time to actually do these things, they put in the wheel. Yeah. So now I ain't got nothing but time to actually wrinkle this boy up, getting more knowledge.
That makes me think of do the time, don't let the time do you.
Bam. So that's what I started doing. I started enhancing myself. And I wanted to come out to be an incredible me, the best version of me. I wanted to do a whole lot more with myself as opposed to, be the mastermind criminal that I was. Or, the niggas do it on the block or some other crazy shit. That
they call them highway.
Yeah. A man who traveled many roads to find out where they lead. Trust me,
That's how you went from next town to highway, right?
Yeah, next town.
Let's bring it back.
Very important guy.
Let's bring it back to that quote right there. Can you please repeat that and break that down for me?
Okay, so the man who traveled many roads to find out where they lead. So it is.
That's all.
I always pride myself as being a leader in things and whatnot. So I was traveling down a lot of people. I'm the oldest of 8 kids.
Oh wow.
So I got brothers and sisters galore, but I'm the oldest one, and they was all following my footsteps. Like my brother was some saying, and it is. I always would say I'll go through the fire so you won't have to get burned. And so I was doing a lot of these things
for my sisters.
Yeah, I was doing a lot of these things and whatnot. And sometimes my younger brother, he'll pick up on some of the influence and he'll learn what not and what to do. Mm-hmm. But then here it is, I started seeing them going down certain paths and I'll be able to grab them and whatnot. Now, this street shit ain't for you. Yep. It's for,
and give them that wisdom.
It's for the people
You've been down so many roads. He took every path and now he knows what he's got to do.
Exactly.
And he's trying to give you the knowledge that you don't want to go down this road. You don't want to go down this road. You don't want to go down this road.
Bless his game.
So these days right here, I didn't enhance that from right there from just telling that to my little brother to telling that to all of the people that I consider brothers. And from those people right there, telling the youth that. The youth right now, I feel like they being misled in a lot of different directions because we glorified some of the wrong things in our era. So I'm that person to sit back and actually bridge the gap between the young and the old and say, hey man, don't go down that way right there. Hey, they got a bank account waiting on you to open up so you can get this business loan and you can get this right here going for yourself.
The game.
Yeah, that's the real game. That's why the game is the way it is. They keeping all the game for themselves. They're trying to feed you bullshit out there. You know what I'm saying? To try to trick you into doing the wrong thing.
A lot of people
trying to lead us to be jammed up.
Yeah, a lot of people down with that game.
Exactly.
But see, I break down the word game, GAME, gain and maintain everything. Instead of some Parker Brothers Mattel type shit.
Say it again.
Gain and maintain everything.
That's hard right there, man.
I got questions for the brothers right here. What would you say for people like me in my older age want to pick up on a barber type certification or something? You think that's a good fit for me still at this age? Or should I tried it when I was younger? Is it still too late for me, or it's never too late?
No, I don't think it's ever too late for anybody. I feel like if you feel like you're in good health, you know, even if you don't know how to necessarily do a haircut or complete any type of service, because it's more than just regular cutting hair. You learn about sanitization, sterilization, color. You know, this day it's a beauty field. It's not just barbering anymore. It's hair.
So that's a perfect segue into the next thing I wanted to ask you, right? Because they call you the celebrity barber. And I've seen a lot of people come through those doors, you know what I mean, looking for Kevin the barber. You coming into Austin, Texas, let me let you know, because I've been around the block a few times, and I've always seen people tapping in with this man right here. So for somebody who has... So for somebody who has a barbershop career, and they want to elevate it to be able to attract these new clientels, which is called customer acquisition. So learn these words and these languages so you can define them. Customer acquisition is when you gain new customers, not just the same people. How did you gain these new customers that were high-level customers? How did that happen?
The cuts rang bells, that's why. You know what I'm saying? The cuts rang bells.
Man made me feel confident a lot of days of my life.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Talk to me.
Well, that's a good question. For me in general, I believe the best advertisement is word of mouth. But you don't got to pay for it, and you don't listen to somebody else before you listen to a commercial or hear it on the radio. But if your boy come and tell you.
Do you think that's FOMO? You know what FOMO is? FOMO. You know what FOMO is?
It's like both of them.
FOMO is the fear of missing out. So sometimes people, they hear about it, and they're like, damn, I want some of that too. Yeah. Your fear of missing out. So that kind of leads to that, right?
Yeah.
Did you say that?
Well, let me just say I got my higher end clients from word of mouth. But when I moved here, I didn't have any clientele. I didn't know nobody. Yeah. So I advertised. You know, I wore my name on my shirt. I had posters made, flyers made.
You were like a hip hop artist.
I had a poster done, and I put it inside of the strip club in the restroom.
You didn't know if he was a rapper or a barber.
Yeah, I knew everybody was gonna go up in there and wash their hands. Yeah, everybody goes up in the bathroom when you get to the strip club, and they washing their hands. They looking at my poster. Yeah. You know, shout out my boy PJ, man. The bathroom.
That's what I was about to say. PJ.
Shout out PJ. Let me hang my poster.
Like this. PJ used to be like that. Hey,
also real, bro.
He's a whole.
You're relevant to the culture because ain't nothing better than a fresh cut. Than a fresh fit. You know what I'm saying?
And that goes with building your confidence, right?
Easier to actually approach people.
Yeah.
When you're looking good, you're feeling good. When you're feeling good, you're playing good. And when you're playing good, they playing good.
So y'all playing some game, and these brothers out here, now I gotta come to this point of the conversation. This is more of a conversation than an interview. But at this part of the conversation, I gotta tell both of y'all thank you. I gotta tell both of y'all thank you so fucking much, bro. And for those who don't know, I'm saying thank you. No, I'm not thanking you for coming to the show.
Nah, he thanking you for being a real part of his life.
I want to tell y'all how deep the connection is with these brothers, right? And it didn't always start off like that. So I was out here running a club called Foxy's, right? I was running Onyx in Philly, and then I got the call to run to open up Foxy's in Austin. So I flew out here, I came out here. I met you first, I believe.
At Foxy's?
Yeah, at Foxy's. Shout out to Pat, my brother right there. And I met you first, and then I think I met you shortly right after, but we didn't kick it too much, right? We knew each other, but I ended up chopping it up with you a lot during that era. And then I met you in jail, Travis County. We was on the bus.
Previously.
I mean, that's when we connected. No, we met at Foxy's, but when we met up again, in jail, and that's when we grew a connection, right? And then when I got out, well, one of the times I got out, I ended up hitting rock bottom. Like I hit rock bottom, and that rock bottom is the bottom that put me to the position I am in today.
And he hit Rock's pockets because he needed that bail money. We just gonna get him out. Shit.
Yeah, so both of these motherfuckers bailed me out of Wilco's one time, man.
You already know.
I was calling these niggas every 15 minutes.
Yeah, I'm cold. Like, why y'all? Like, yo, we gotta get this shit together for this nigga.
Yo, before my PO finds out, they come on, get me out. That's why I was so worried. But I got violated anyway. But I got violated. But what's crazy? But now here, look at the worst thing, right?
And we kept telling them that shit too. Like, yo, you sure, man, it might bang you on the way out.
Let me tell you how significant these dates were. I got my kids back up north, but I got locked up on my son's birthday, November 29th, right? That was a special day where I should have probably been more involved with just being on the phone with him and FaceTiming or whatever, but instead I got locked up, right? And then when I get out, I go to probation on December 11th, which is my other son's birthday, and that's the day that I violated. So on both of my kids' birthdays, I was living so negative that I got caught up on days that should have been special. So that's why it was super significant to me. So getting to the point that I hit rock bottom, and when I came out, you gave me a place to crash. When I came out, you told me, come to my house, cook some food. Yo, here, I got these polo shorts for you. You gave me the fatigue shorts. I remember those. You gave me a few polo shorts. No lies. Shout out to the house. No lies. So I remember those things, and there was so many times I had conversations with you. And that's why I even asked you outside, yo, you still got that New York thing, right? And I know that was like 5 years ago. But the point is that you was giving me an extended hand over and over, and both of y'all did that a lot. Y'all both did that a lot, and y'all didn't have to because we didn't have childhood history. And y'all still decided to do that. There was plenty of times where I've been around y'all. You know, he used to fuck me up. You know he does this, right? And he says some serious shit, and then he be like, and then you look at him seriously, and you're like, oh, you laughing, right? So you think it's funny, right? And I'm like, nah, Kevin, I don't think it's funny. Oh, you think this shit funny? I'm like, nah, they're serious. Like, but those were moments that gave me joy, you know, to be around both of y'all. So I just want to humbly tell y'all, man, I love y'all brothers for real. Not like I love you, like, yeah, love. No, like I love y'all brothers, man. Y'all helped me out in my darkest moments and was there, bro. So thank you for that.
It's definitely reciprocated.
I know we could be a handful of tolerate, bro.
It's definitely reciprocated, bro.
He give you them days, so they just like shaking and shit. Like, oh.
Why did you do that?
But he don't know.
Ronald Reagan.
What?
Ronald Reagan.
Ronald Reagan, what he said?
No. When we was down there on Ronald Reagan Boulevard.
Oh, Ronald Reagan Boulevard. I don't remember that.
HEB.
Oh shit! Oh my God!
I know something.
This nigga saved my life. This nigga saved me, bro. I was doing some goofy shit. I was on a run from the law, and I was hiding in like bushes and shit. And I'm like, Ralph, pick me up. He's like, nigga, I'm not clean right now.
I'm making phone calls live from the bushes and shit.
Yo, I'm like, yo, Ralph, pick me up. He's like, yo, I'm not clean right now, but I got you. Nigga came, scooped me. You know what I mean? Was really right. Nigga went out of his way and put himself in a predicament where he could have got jammed up. But he really didn't even care and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna hold you down. Went all the way out of his way because I was not in the area. I was like 30 minutes away.
You know what's crazy? So in my redemption, I'm gonna call it that, redemption phase, I started going to school. My school ended up accidentally taking us out towards that way. Oh, so I started passing by that same store every day, and every time I passed by that, I whispered progress.
No doubt.
Think about what we was in our life.
No doubt.
Not what we are now.
Yeah, it's a big change, man. Exactly. And you know that's the goal of what we're talking to these kids. And some of the main things that I want brothers to express is, what is Highway Ralph gonna say to the younger version of himself? For that kid that's in that same position that was hitting the road, you know what I mean, doing certain things and, you know, was headed on a different path. What message do you have for that younger you?
Message I have is hold it steady, enjoy the ride. Because if I could live that life over again, I'd do it because I learned a lot from it. I learned my do's and my don'ts. So stick to the principles, stick to the code, stick to your morals, stick to your values, stick to your integrity. All of those things right there.
Don't jeopardize
you all.
Yes.
Keep it pushing, keep it moving, never stop being you.
I love that. Same question for you.
Well, just like you said, keep it moving, keep doing you. Spend more time with your family, man.
Definitely.
The people that you love. Because you don't never know when you're going to lose them. You know what might happen.
Spend too much time
you don't know what might happen.
Don't really love and cherish your time. And then you miss out on the people that do by not giving them that time. So choose who you give your time to, because it's the only thing you can't get back in life. You can get money back, you can get property back, you can't get time.
Well, we're not promised tomorrow, man. You know what I'm saying? Any of us could be gone. And they could be like, damn, we was just sitting here with this nigga.
Yo,
I just did an interview with this
I remember me and him got into a fallout.
You know what I'm saying?
We got into a fallout 2016. We didn't speak for a couple months. And then rest in peace to my brother Eddie Rodriguez, man, my man Black. He got killed. And I just called this nigga like, yo, I'm sorry. You know what I mean? And he was like, yo, I'm sorry too. It was just like, damn, man, we over here tripping with some goofy shit, right? Because it was goofy. It was no like real malice. But we were so distant. I was in Texas, he was in Philly, and we just, 1 month to 2 months.
We get into that time of our life, man, with people that you grew up with from school, high school, whatever, they just drop it for no reason.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, there's reasons.
There's reasons. I'm saying health reasons, drug reasons, whatever reason it is. It's just it's just like, yo, I talked to him a little while ago. Why am I gonna be mad at you for some shit that could come back? It ain't nothing personal and none of that shit. So when I see my man die, I'm like, I can't waste no more time not being around my people and shit.
So that's super valuable, bro. Because I think that we do a lot of mistakes and just brush it off to tomorrow. I'll get with it. I'll call him. I'll do it. I'll go get my license. I'll go get this. You know what I'm saying? And we just keep brushing it off.
The day you get the call, I'm like, damn. I didn't even get to tell the person how much I fucking really loved him.
And you know what? And to talk about him again, I talk about him all the time. He's just in my mind a lot, man. My man Lawrence Parrish, aka Pickle City. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know. I had no idea. That he was gonna be gone like that. And I was so happy that me and him was always on FaceTime. We was always on FaceTime with each other, screenshotting our phone calls. He's talking to my mother. I'm talking to his mother. He's talking to the lady I was with at the time, all on FaceTime. And it was just a good energy. And that's kind of like, I'm so happy that I was able to call my friends, you know what I'm saying, and just tell them I appreciate them. And that's what I was so happy to be able to do with y'all right here, right now. Because y'all know y'all be annoying y'all niggas, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say the word annoying. Not the word annoying, but I be blowing you up, hitting you up and just having conversations. And that goes with just, reaching out to your people, man. Let the world know what can we expect from y'all in the next 6 months, the next year. What can we see from Highway Rail?
Trucking the ball.
Trucking. Highway has been officially dubbed Highway Rail. So whenever I get off parole this year, I can move on to the next phase of my life, but I gotta take one step at a time.
Okay. Now, Kevin the fucking Barber, what can they expect from you in the next couple months?
How can we get on the waiting list for a cut? Because I know you booked till like September or some shit.
Well, if you want to book me, just go to my website, kevthebarber.com.
How many barbers got websites?
You got I got to book an appointment on the website. Damn.
That's real shit. That's real shit.
Yeah, I'm gonna stay in this barber thing, man. I'm a barber by nature, but I'm a hustler.
No doubt.
I know that. At the end of the day, when I come from the barber shop, I still find ways to go get some money.
No doubt.
That's what I was doing at Foxy. That's what I was doing last night. Whenever
I told people, this is the shit that I talk about. You find something that you love doing and you get paid to do it.
Yeah,
that's work.
That's the beauty.
That's the beauty of it. Like everybody needs that in life. To find something that you love that you would do for free but get paid for.
Yeah. That's when you can take all those headaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, all right,
it's all for me.
Yeah.
It's all mine.
Anything y'all want to leave over to the world before we get out of here?
Follow me at Highway_RALE. That's Highway_RALE. Stay tapped in with your boy. You're going to see all the next coming events coming up.
Follow me on IG at Kevin the Barber. I'm sorry, official_Kevin the Barber.
Official_. Man, I love this conversation, bro, because we just been constantly trying to pass the message, because it's like we just not meant to survive because it's a setup.
Even though they're fed up,
you gotta keep your head up. Peace. Yes, sir. We locked in, baby. Thank you. We locked in. My brother.
That's what I'm talking about right here. We locked in with Jammed Up Journalists. We rock the block. And my boy Hoffa, I'm right here rocking my apparel. This is the number that changed my life. So here it is. Some of these things right here, these products, services, and goods, they can change yours too. Yeah, but you gotta stay focused, stay locked in. And remember, next year real, turn the highway real. The man who traveled many roads, just know where they lead. Fuck with me.
It's your boy Kevin the Barber, aka Mr. Chopping Boys Up, and ATX representing for South by Southwest. Shout out to my boy Haifa. Shout out Jammed Up Journals. Shout out Rock the Block. Shout out Highway Rail, and shout out Pop Life. Keeping boys faded down here.
Jammed Up Journals. Order, order, order!